Hi, good afternoon. Welcome to Silver Linings. I am your host, Janine Barrows, sometimes co-host like today, and you will be enjoying our show with Deidre Murray on location at the Cabana, Jensen Dunes. And also, we're going to be talking about senior living and quality of life and what it takes to create an engaging environment for senior citizens when they move into communities just like they have over at the Cabana. Are you there, Deidre? Yay! Look at that. The age of technology. Hi, ladies. Right next to Deidre today is Jennifer, and Jennifer Lussier-Fontaine is actually the enrichment director, life enrichment director at the Jensen Dunes. And she is joining us today. Jennifer, how many years of experience have you had engaging with senior citizens in their community environments?
I've had about 35 years now, since I was 17.
35 years. Wow. I feel inept. Wow.
My mother was an activity director, so I got to tag along with her for a lot of years before I started the career. So I've got some experience.
I'd say so. So, Deidre, tell us a little bit about where you're at today.
Well, we are celebrating. We're celebrating our seniors and our aging population all over the Treasure Coast. And I thought it was really important to just kind of come to our location and see what's going on here. I feel blessed to have worked with Jennifer for 12 years at least. She is a powerhouse. There is no one like Jennifer. She takes she takes engaging residents to a whole different level, and why we are known as the most robust and fun community in the Treasure Coast, because she dedicates her time, her team is all about the residents. And I want to touch on, how does she stay inspired? She continuously changes her calendar. There is, incredible amount to do for every certain person, every want, like, hope. So Jennifer, tell us, how do you actually every day stay inspired?
It all starts with knowing the resident. You have to spend time. You really have to get to know them first, what they like, what they don't like, where they're from, what they used to do, where they used to go. And once you get to know all of that, you want to do things that they want to be part of, that they used to do, or maybe can't do as much as they did once before. So that's really important, to get to know them as a person first. And then the rest kind of just flows, because once you find out what they like, your job is easy, because you're doing what they want. They want to be engaged. So it inspires others, and it just blooms from there. It's a great thing,
Oh, that's heartfelt. I love that. You're right. Getting to know them and integrating their true interests into this new environment that is home to them is a huge part, as I imagine, just from what we see when we come into the communities, and we see the engagement and how important it is to them. But it has to be personal. If they don't like baseball, they're not going to be coming to the makeshift Diamond Field party to celebrate the end of season. But if they maybe like opera and you have a showing of the Phantom of the Opera, these are the things that are going to be personalized to them. And I see how hard you work when you are engaging with your residents. I've had the pleasure of being in your community, like so many others. There's a great effort involved in creating fun and a place that they can laugh, they can learn, they can still engage with their peers, that maybe they can bring their family if they're lucky enough to have family close by to participate. So there's a lot that goes into that, and a lot of preparation and planning. It's not just simply, hey, I woke up today and I'm feeling in the love of February and we're going to focus on that. There's more to that. There's so many days within the month. So Deidre had said, being inspired for 20 plus years, 35 years is the reason we have you here today. We want to know what makes you tick. Why is it that when we come into your community, I hear songs being belted out and the feet moving and tapping with your residents, and that comes because they're getting love right there. How is it that you find that energy and that you kind of hone in on these things and you're able to spread it out equally so that everybody feels so personally seen and touched and entertained?
Well, first, I love seniors, so it's easy for me. It comes natural. I have great staff here at the Cabana, so that also comes into play where it just everything flows easy. Sometimes I'll be sleeping, I'll wake up with an idea, and I have to get up and write it down because I don't want to forget about that one little piece of the puzzle that I'm going to need to make the activity successful. And here at the Cabanas, I can do anything that I really want, that I feel the residents are going to benefit from. So I have a woman that really loves to go to karaoke and sing. She goes down to the VFW every Tuesday and Friday night. Well, I told her, why don't you invite your friends here? We'll have a karaoke afternoon. And she did that. We had 13 people, and now we're making that a regular thing for her because we do it outside and the other residents come and they take part in it. So I try to hit personally as much as I can. That way they want to be engaged. And then it's like a wave. It just affects everybody. So, and I just love coming to work and making people happy. I really think I was put on this earth to serve and just touch the hearts of as many people as I can in a day.
Well, I know when I get to visit, you're definitely touching hearts. Deidre, were you going to say something? I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh, no, it just resonates. The other part is Jennifer has the residents completely involved in the calendar. So it's not that she's putting a calendar out, here's what we're doing. They are completely involved. She has a committee. So, again, it's a mission, it's heartfelt, and you do feel it. But the other gift too is how wonderful as an adult child, that I know if they're not local, they're on the Facebook every day, they're seeing their loved ones engaged and laughing and singing and dancing. And what a gift, we all need peace of mind. There's nobody more important than mom and dad and grandma and grandpa. And to be able to actually see that if they're not here locally, which a lot of our local families are here and pretty much every day for happy hour at 3:30. Which on any given day, you'll hear Jennifer singing.
Yes, beautifully, I might add.
What a gift. Yeah, what a gift. Yeah. Very blessed.
I have to say that if I was looking and seeking a place, I think the quality of life, the entertainment is huge. By time a lot of residents make a decision to move into a communal environment, they either have given up their ability to drive, or they're giving it up soon to pass. A lot of them are fearful that they're going to have to give up their clubs and groups that they already participate in when they move into a community like the Cabanas or any of the wonderful ones we have here on the Treasure Coast. But the reality is when they move in and they come through those doors and the doors slide open and that cold air hits and their ears tune in and they've got music coming from a corner of the room and they're hearing clapping and whatnot, and there's birds and there's kindness and there's a clean, fresh scent that comes into them. It's a whole new world and a whole new opportunity, and it feels fabulous, as I can imagine, for them when they meet with teams like Jennifer and her team and realize that who they are can come with them and still be part of their worlds. And I'm just amazed by the smiles that I find during entertainment hour and the engagement. Tell me, Jennifer, what are some of the things we talk about? Hey, entertainment and engagement. And these are great words because we're in the industry. But for the average person, the average listener, what does that mean? What kind of entertainment? What kind of things are family members and loved ones that live in the cabanas enjoying? What do they get to see?
Well, they get to see twice a month. We have armchair travel, and we just finished 2 flights. We went to France.
Okay.
So
I want to learn more about that.
Okay. We totally transform our media center into an airplane, and we rearrange the chairs. We put backdrops. We dim the lights. We board the plane at 10:45. Everybody gets a boarding pass, and we do special seating first, and then regular passengers. So it's really a cool thing. And once they're in the plane, we have a flight attendant, Dawn, who will give a little story of where we're going and what it costs for an average airline ticket to get to France, how long it's going to take there. And once the lights go off, then we have a video that they watch first that shows maybe the top 10 places of France. And during that, we warn them before the flight takes off that there might be turbulence. And fasten your seatbelts and store everything underneath your seat. And
so it really takes
and
it
you have
off, right?
And the mask comes down. We really take off. We will run around and we shake the seats to make it feel like turbulence. And then we go around and we had creme brulee yesterday and some cheese, some brie cheese.
So many of the senses engaged.
And then we have a language lesson in that as well. And then usually it ends with some kind of a song. And yesterday it was Andre Bocelli.
Yeah.
So they get the whole experience within a 45-minute, 50-minute span. And this is the third place we go to. So we're going to be doing a passport activity now because we've gone to so many places. So I think passports are going to come into play next time.
Fun.
So it's a really good time, and they really enjoy it. And next month we're going to Ireland.
I want to come.
So it's really, you should.
And you've got the green on.
Yeah, it's a good time.
Hold that thought for a minute, ladies, because we need to take a commercial break, and we're getting all in depth, and I don't want to give away all the good news before we get to the second half. We'll be right back.
Sounds good. All right.
Thank you.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom is filled with the largest selection of in-stock coastal furniture on the Treasure Coast. Dining and bedroom sets, occasional tables, sofas, sleeper sofas, love seats and chairs, and all the latest styles and colors from Tommy Bahama, Lexington, Hooker, Riverside, Universal, Four Seasons, Braxton Color, and Capri. We're the outdoor furniture experts and have hundreds of styles of any patio furniture you need, including a gallery of Berlin Gardens and Pollywood. We're having a big February clearance sale, which includes all Tommy Bahama and Lexington in stock or special order, 50% off. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in Vero Beach, next to Planet Fitness. Family owned and operated since 1991. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com, and don't forget to visit our outlet and sales store directly across the street.
Sunshine Furniture, the best in every way.
At Sunshine Furniture, our 35,000 square foot showroom Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com, and don't forget to visit our outlet and sales store directly across the street.
Sunshine Furniture, the best in every way. Ooh, have a sunshine day. Sunshine.
See, it's always painless, and we're grateful to have them, our commercial sponsors, as well as our show sponsors, which I do want to say thank you to before we get back to our conversation with Deidre and Jennifer. I want to say thank you to Conway Financials and the legal team over at Rooney & Rooney. Without their support, we wouldn't be able to bring you the silver linings here on the Treasure Coast, and we are extremely grateful for that. On that note, we're back. We're definitely back. And the ladies and I were having a conversation about what is actually done in reference to bringing engagement and quality of life right to residents in senior communal living. And Jennifer was talking about one of their very, very special programs that allows education, engagement, allows taste testing. It does audio, visual, kind of touches all those senses and gives you the sensation and gives their residents the sensation of going abroad, taking a travel without the chaos of packing the bag and washing the clothes and setting up somebody for the dog to take care of them. And they don't have that jet lag afterwards, right?
Right.
That's a true story.
I can only imagine what the overall first response was when you did it the first time. They must have fully loved it, and obviously that now it's part of a regular routine. So you were saying Ireland is on the track for next visit and travel, correct?
Yes. And just to take it back for a second, the reason we started this was we had a woman that moved in, and she used to be an activities director. And she came to me and she said, this is something that I used to do. I wonder if it would go well here. I said, well, let's sit down and talk about it. So we sat down. She gave me all her tips of how it worked for her. And then we just made it happen. And now she comes to everyone and leaves with tears because she's so happy that she's seeing this program that she used to run still continue. So that means a lot.
Oh, yeah. We definitely needed to start with that. That's wonderful.
It goes back
and even
to-
better, again, full circle back to the resident and bringing their life to the forefront with their new neighbors and friends. I love it. I love it. I love
Exactly.
it. So did you say you do this weekly or monthly?
We do it monthly. The last 2 Tuesdays of the month is when we do it. We start at 10:30, we pre-board, and then we take off at 10:45, and we have not had a late flight yet.
Some turbulence, but not late.
Okay, all right. I'm sure that captain is secure in their job.
And we also even tied in our physical therapy person. He came in wearing a whole pilot uniform, and he came and he's the one that started off our first flight. He came in and he did a little speech, and I got him the whole outfit. So we try to get as many people involved with the experience that we can. So it's.
I think that is really neat. I can only imagine. So outside of travel, what else? Tell me a little bit about the activities, the quality of life that the residents there at Jensen Beach Cabanas get to enjoy.
Well, another one is we've got the Oscars coming up, and we will transform the sandbar into the red carpet with champagne glasses off to the side. And there's about 25 Oscars that go out to certain residents, and everybody gets dressed up for that. And they all come down and they look forward to see who's going to receive an Oscar. So this will be the 3rd year that we have the Oscar event here. So we're looking forward to that.
It's awesome.
Right?
It really is.
Another one too is
That's fun.
I have a resident who used to be a really well-known realtor, and she's done a lot of work in Martin County. So she's also a painter, and she's painted some really nice artwork of Martin County. And she asked if she could bring some of that artwork to happy hour and talk for 45 minutes about Martin County and what it meant to her, and then show these pictures, paintings actually, that the feed store that used to be the feed store museum down in Stewart, they're going to take on some of her.
That's wonderful.
I know they're going to take on some of her artwork, and before that happens, she's going to display that here at a special happy hour. So that's another thing that we do.
So very proud.
And it's just not about the bingo and the exercise. Everybody does bingo, everybody does exercise, but we try to do things outside the box, like laughing class. We do Tai Chi. We like to do it outside. We've got the pool here that we try to do aqua therapy as much as we can.
Oh yeah, you
when the
have a
weather's-
beautiful pool.
Yeah, so there's a lot going on for everybody. We have a men's club that's starting this month. We have a
Oh, that's
great
always
community
nice.
driver that he's going to take that under his wing. So we've got a lot of good, positive things happening over the next couple of months. But my calendar always changes. It's never boring. It's never the same. I had a different place say to me, "Can we look at your calendar?" And at first, I was like, "Oh, I don't know if I want to give you all my ideas." But then I thought about it, and why not? You know, if
Yeah.
somebody, another community can benefit and,
Oh, yeah.
and bring the same, I just asked that they tweak the wording a little bit and didn't have verbatim what I said.
Right.
But now this other place too is taking on a couple of my ideas, which is nice to see in the community. So
Good to see
it's
success mimicked, right?
yes, I love
so
that.
true. So true.
A little bit of
It's very,
flattery
very
there. You got to find it where it is.
And you know, Janine, so you sponsored our garden, which was such a success. You know, our edible garden, and I even remember the day you brought. I don't even know. I want to say 2,000 ladybugs.
Oh my gosh,
That was a huge.
that
I mean,
was.
the residents were so engaged
They
and
still
so
talk about
excited,
it.
and we still talk about it.
Yep.
Just what were the ladybugs going to do for the garden, and I learned a lot that day myself. So thank you to Janine and Nightingale for always sponsoring, you know, our events and really being resident driven, just like us. You know,
Aw,
obviously your
thank
heart's
you.
in-
I have to say, the
ours.
garden club stems from my dad. Really, I know that one day, you know, maybe he or my mom might live in a community with other friends and peers, maybe. But I know that he would love something like that because in his day-to-day activities, he, since retiring, spends a lot of time in the yard. And he gets his vitamin D and he gets his exercise and his meditation, and it all kind of rolls into one. And then he ends up with this great looking yard as well. I must say, my mom benefits too. So I think
Like
having those activities brought into whatever environment you choose to live in is really important, and adding that quality of life and creating, as you said earlier, a robust lifestyle. You know, just because maybe you don't want to have your own white picket fence to maintain any longer doesn't mean you still don't want to have all those activities that you enjoyed during the time you had that personal white picket fence, right? We don't want to give those things up. We still want to sing with the VFW friends. We still want to talk about our career experiences or possibly sell our artwork and create it still. I mean, these are realities. When we are aging does not mean that we are giving up on all the wonderful things that we love. And I think it's fabulous that individuals like Jennifer dedicate their time and their lives and their talents to bringing smiles to other individuals and true quality of life. I'm blown away often when I enter into your community. It is not just toe tapping and singing along. It is true felt joy that you hear and feel when they come around. So I thank you so much for joining us today. Deidre, giving us an insight into your special bit of paradise, your land cruise, as I often hear you say, is a gift to our listeners and our watchers. Thank you so much for giving us the time talking about what's on the spot with you and quality of life for the individuals you work with on a daily basis. I appreciate your time, Jennifer. Thank you. Keep making the positive impacts that you do. I can see it.
Thank you,
I know
Jane.
the families see it, and I know the residents love every bit of it.
We're honored.
Have
to
a nice
know
day,
you.
ladies.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much for watching with us today on Silver Linings. We hope that you get some information or takeaways that come and bring good quality of life to your world. We look forward to seeing you next week. Have a fabulous day.